This sniper waits on the roof of a nearby building during a mission to rescue a school bus amid a terrorist threat. The terrorist, wearing a bomb jacket, seizes a girl. Seeing that the situation isn't improving, the sniper, known as Kim Seol-woo, disregards the orders and positions himself near the bus. As the Woo aims his gun at him, finally pulling the trigger and shooting the terrorist in the forehead. Due to his disobedience, he is arrested under military law. However, he isn't concerned because seeing the hostages happy is all that matters to him. Impressed by his rebellious attitude and stress management skills, his superiors, Dong-hyun and Deputy Director Jang Tae-ho, decide to recruit him as a ghost, a more deeply planted Black Ops agent with fake identities who operates discreetly. Soon, Seol-woo begins operating internationally, assuming various identities and completing numerous missions. Once, he finds himself in Budapest, posing as a professor. His target is one of his students, Anna, whom he addresses by her real last name during a lecture. Since nobody should know her real name, Seol-woo's action piques her interest. This sparks a love story that Seol-woo intentionally initiates to get closer to Anna. However, Seol-woo's true interest lies in Anna's father, a mafia boss, who was once in the secret police during Hungary's dictatorship. During a meeting, the mafia boss insults Seol-woo in Hungarian, assuming he doesn't understand the language. To his surprise, Seol-woo responds fluently in Hungarian, revealing more about himself than the boss realizes. He has put himself in a tight spot. Soon, the mafia boss's henchmen confront Seol-woo in an alley, and their intentions don't appear favorable. They taser him, and the next thing our hero knows, he's in a basement with his hands cuffed. Someone hands him a prison uniform, indicating that Seol-woo is to be sent to prison. Perhaps this was his plan all along, to leverage the mafia boss's influence to gain access to the prison. In prison, Seol-woo's true motive is revealed. He's here to aid his old acquaintance, Petrov, who knows him as K, in escaping the prison. Seol-woo crafts a makeshift small-scale explosive device and installs it in the prison's fuse box. Then, he starts fashioning the key to his cell door using a mold provided by Petrov. On the day of the planned escape, when the guard opens the food pass-through door, Seol-woo cleverly inserts a wet tissue paper into the lock area, preventing the door from locking. Later that night, a guard inadvertently triggers a wire, causing the explosive device in the fuse box to ignite. Consequently, the prison's power shuts down, leading to a blackout. Taking advantage of the darkness, Seol-woo opens the food pass-through door and unlocks his cell door with the key he made earlier. He then shoots a hook at Petrov's door and uses the attached wire to transport the key to him. With Seol-woo's help, Petrov finally frees himself from the cell. As the lights come back on, the inmates have limited time to escape. With guards in pursuit, the duo heads to the underground mine where inmates labor during the day. They hop into a mine cart and flee, with guards shooting at them. When more guards rush into the prison, the inmates seize the opportunity. Finding the area safe, they escape through the mine door and reach a nearby well, securing their getaway. Petrov is sent back to Russia. Some days later, Seol-woo is vacationing at a hotel. Soon, there's a knock at the door, and it's revealed to be Seol-woo's senior, Dong-hyun, disguised as a poorly dressed room service attendant. Seol-woo had already anticipated this. It turns out that the National Intelligence Service has lost contact with one of their ghost agents, Agent Yoon. He was undercover at Songsan, a major South Korean industrial corporation, with no communication from him for a while. The NIS fears that Agent Yoon's cover may have been compromised. Concerned that there could be a mole within their ranks leaking information, the NIS decides to seek Seol-woo's assistance. Dong-hyun briefs Seol-woo about the missing ghost agent, but for the time being, Seol-woo must return to South Korea. Upon his return, he discovers the whereabouts of the first wood carving, which the NIS traced to Russia in the secret safe of an arms dealer named Chairman Victor. Due to the formidable security measures in place, Dong-hyun warns that it won't be easy for Seol-woo to locate Victor's residence, let alone infiltrate it. Their only option to reach Victor is through the assistance of action star Woon Kwon. To accompany Woon Kwon to Russia, Seol-woo manages to secure a position as the actor's head of security. One day, during a film shoot, Seol-woo notices a suspicious mechanic checking Woon Kwon's car, which he'll use for a drift stunt. Seol-woo's suspicions are confirmed when Woon Kwon informs his team via police radio that his brakes have failed and the steering is locked. Woon Kwon's security guard, Seol-woo, springs into action, commandeering a police car to rescue him. Concerned for her boss, Duha decides to join Seol Woo. Woon Kwon, unable to control his speeding vehicle, is pursued by Seol Woo. With each speed bump, Woon Kwon's anxiety mounts as memories of a past collision resurface as Seol Woo navigates through traffic to catch up to Woon Kwon's car. When they finally reach Woon Kwon, neither vehicle can stop the other from accelerating at high speed. They crash through the barrier. As the end of the road approaches, Seol Woo accelerates past Woon Kwon and then swerves sharply to the right. Moments later, he slams the brakes and sharply turns the wheel, causing his car to spin directly into Woon Kwon's path. Seol Woo pulls Duha close to his chest and prepares for impact. Soon, Woon Kwon slams into his car. Seol Woo applies the brakes and manages to stop Woon Kwon's car just in time. The collision knocks Woon Kwon unconscious, but miraculously, Seol Woo and Duha emerge unharmed. Injured, Woon Kwon is rushed to the hospital. Back in the present, Woon Kwon finally wakes up but remains weak, so he's kept sedated for rest. As he begins to regain his strength, he develops a brotherly bond with Seol Woo. To attend Chairman Victor's birthday party, Woon Kwon, Seol Woo, and Duha fly to Russia, where Seol Woo plans to steal a wooden carving from the mansion. Upon arrival, Seol Woo receives a coin from his senior, Dong Hyun, who seems to be shadowing him. The trio reaches the mansion and has to pass through a walk-through metal detector. Everything goes smoothly until Seol Woo sets off the detector. Security checks his pockets and finds a coin inside. Since it poses no threat, Seol Woo is allowed to keep the coin, and the trio is escorted inside the mansion. Seol Woo begins executing his plan by opening the coin and attaching his spy gear to his body to provide Dong Hyun with a view of the surroundings and start mapping the building's layout. During this time, he needs to retrieve the wood carving from the secret room. The coin also doubles as a USB, which Seol Woo will insert into the security system control box, so Dong Hyun can control it remotely, and Chairman Victor grants permission. As they explore the secret room, Seol Woo notices one of the artifacts, the same wood carving they were searching for. While Chairman Victor showcases his collection of artifacts to his guests, Seol Woo contemplates his next move. A flashback reveals that Seol Woo had previously met Major Petrov of Russia, the same person he assisted in breaking out of prison. The military had also sought to apprehend Chairman Victor, but lacked concrete evidence to do so. Seol Woo promised to provide Petrov with the evidence in exchange for a simple blast of an EMP, capable of causing widespread damage to power lines, telecommunications, and electronic equipment. Back in the present day, upon receiving a signal from Dong Hyun, Major Petrov instructs his men to prepare the EMP drone. The drone is launched, and soon, its blast damages the power line, causing a power outage. 4-minute-long birthday song. Seizing the opportunity, Seol Woo exits the ballroom and makes his way to the secret room. Along the way, he equips a lens to help him spot any enemies. Moving swiftly, he navigates the stairs until he reaches the secret room. Knocking out the guards, he enters the room and unlocks the vault, granting him access to the chamber where the artifacts are stored. Shattering the glass, Seol Woo retrieves the wooden carving, attaches his spy gear, and places it outside on a balcony. Using a drone, Dong Hyun successfully retrieves the wooden carving without getting detected by the guards. While descending the stairs, Seol Woo encounters some security guards. In the darkness, they fail to recognize him. With guards closing in from both sides, Seol Woo leaps from the hallway onto the stairs. Meanwhile, Duha searches for Seol Woo. To avoid detection by the security guards, Seol Woo pulls Duha close, pretending to be her partner and diverting attention away from himself. As the lights come back on, Chairman Victor is informed by his guard about the EMP blast causing the outage and the robbery of the vault. Suspecting foul play, he urges the chairman to evacuate the building immediately. Suddenly, the party is interrupted by the sound of helicopters circling the venue, their dazzling lights blinding everyone inside. Soon after, hordes of Russian soldiers storm the mansion led by Major Petrov. While the military arrests Chairman Victor, Petrov exchanges a look with Seol Woo, who responds with a smile and a nod. The mission is successfully completed, and Seol Woo returns to South Korea. While examining the wooden carving, he discovers a hidden box within it. Upon opening it, he finds a key, but it appears to be incomplete. It dawns on them that they need 2 more pieces from the remaining 2 carvings to form a complete key. Dong Hyun reveals that the royal family of Thailand holds the second wooden carving, and they will soon send it to South Korea for auction. With the first key retrieved, the agents no longer require Woon Kwan's assistance. Seo Woo decides to end his role as a bodyguard.